Welcome back to the Doorkickers player channel. This is mission 80, Blood and Snow. Now, this looks like it only took me one attempt, although I may have forgotten to record at some point. Um, this is an interesting one. So, starting off here, so first I'm going to kind of show you what I did in my recent attempt, and then I will go into the playback and show you this attempt and basically analyze. Actually, we'll do the opposite. First, we'll go ahead and go through the replay, analyze that, then I'll show you what you could have done. Let me go ahead. Here we go. Lower the volume. All right. So starting off, we've got, okay, so we can see here, based on this alone, we can see a few things. One, right here, you'll see the door, right? So I'm using a machine gun to open the door, and I've got all 6 operators going in through this one door. Now, this is a strategic move because when you have to open both doors, then you kind of open the area of threats where threats can come from, right? And so you're kind of just putting your operators more at risk. Whereas doing it this way, you're kind of limiting the field of vision for any threats, right? So any threats would have to be within this line, within this X, right? So anywhere inside the X, what happened there? Okay. So anywhere inside the X is where threats can come from, right? So anyone here or here, that's where threats can come from. Whereas if this door is also opened, then you're kind of opening up all the threats like so, right? Whereas only one door is just this and this, right? Makes sense? So you're kind of just eliminating some threats coming in from here. So this is actually a pretty good strategy, especially if you're going with heavy machine guns, which heavy machine guns is slower, right? Your operators are going to move slower. So using heavy machine guns is actually a great choice. I'm sorry, opening one door while using heavy machine guns is a great choice because that way your operators can be more effective while moving slower. Additionally, so after we open the door, we move through. You can see I've kind of got them waiting on this line-ish. My mouse is acting up. So I've got them waiting here, right? And this is actually a pretty good line because you see this door here. So we don't want the operators just standing like that, right? Because then threats could come in from here and these guys can't deal with it effectively. So having them kind of like this is great for dealing with any threats that may come from here or that may come from here. So we're going to have them stop here once everyone is in position. These operators are going to go here. These two are going to move there. You can see I've already got this guy checking that way for any threats. And then these two are going to check this room right here. Let's go ahead and watch that. So this Tango is actually kind of hard to take out because he's got extra armor. So that's why the machine guns are a little bit necessary. And you can see we've got 2 of these guys, right? So we've got two bad guys, 2 tangos that are heavily armored. So using a machine gun is definitely a great choice for this, especially because it's such a small map. You don't need to cover a lot of ground quickly, so you can definitely use the machine guns for this one. Now you can see how quickly these guys got taken out. With regular rifles, it's not going to happen that quickly, right? So using these heavy machine guns, probably the Battle Panda, I'm assuming, that is a great choice for that because it takes out these. It's great for mid range and takes out these tangos so quickly. And again, having the operators kind of move into this formation like so was a great choice because of this threat right here. right? And they did a great job of dealing with all of those tangos. Now we're gonna move, and again, this difficult tango is not that big of a problem anymore because we're using heavy machine guns. And this guy as well. Now the only critique I have here is these guys do not need to clear all that. They can already, like, once this is clear, these guys can start moving in the other direction, but other than that, it's okay. And boom, that was beautiful. So I didn't see this, but watch this alpha side here. Watch how quickly that tango gets taken out. Boom. Barely a shot. And now you can see that we have a line of sight on this tango in the on the Bravo side. And this is all before we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tangos before these operators have even moved into this Alpha Delta room, right? So why this operator is not shooting, I'm not sure, but we'll go ahead and see what's up. So far doing a great job of clearing rooms, clearing angles. You can see that my operators did a good job of maintaining a line of sight on any threat areas that might happen. And that tango is dealt with, but by this guy. So this operator shoots this tango, even though I'd prefer that this operator shoot him like back here, right? Just get rid of him from there, right? But I guess this guy takes him out very nicely. And yeah, again, they didn't need to go all the way in the room, but I guess that works. And you can see that's actually a pretty smart decision, having this operator wait for his partner. It's pretty smart because the more operator, like when you work in teams of two, you have a better chance of taking out a single tango or even multiple tangos. So that's a great choice. You can see him clearing, starting to clear the outside. Now this is something I wouldn't recommend. So you see this operator is trying to clear this corner, but he's doing it from behind this operator. I don't recommend that action, but I'm not going to critique it that much. Also, opening, I mentioned this before, but opening from the side is not helpful if you have operators that are right in front of the door, right? These guys are right in the fatal funnel. So in this specific situation, I just have both operators stand here, open the door, and cross that way, because that way they're dealing with any immediate threats to the operators behind them. Okay, so now these guys are just going to check the exterior. You can see we have another tango here. Tango down. Very nicely done. Now I'm going to clear the rest of the structure. Wow, so the last tango is here in right by the corner. And this one operator takes him out by himself. Does a great job of it. First, let's go ahead and just kind of want to run through what I did in my recent attempt. So in my recent attempt, what I did was I had two operators here, and I had them with the Panastroikas just because I really like them. And they're just multi-purpose, right? And then two operators here. And so I believe that's what I did. Yeah, it is. And so what I did was I went like so, kind of just check that, move up here, clear this from the exterior, right? Move up here, clear that, right? And at the same time, these guys threw in flashbangs, moved inside, right? And quickly cleared like so. Once that was done, move up, move up. And we could ignore this room because this was already cleared. So no need to clear that room. And once they moved up, these guys had already gotten inside. and started dealing with that room. So these guys went up here, dealt with that, and then that was it. It's actually pretty quick. If you use flashbangs in this scenario, it's just super useful because the bang, disorients them, and then a single operator can move in and start taking these guys out. So that's what I did in my recent attempt. Let's go ahead and watch the full replay of this one. Let's go ahead and watch there we go. And that's it. That is mission 80, Blood and Snow. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like. If you want to see more of these kinds of videos, make sure that you subscribe. If there's anything that you guys want to see in future videos, feel free to let me know about that in the comment section down below. And I'll see you in the next video.